Can men and women really be just friends? That's such a mouthful to say. It's so hard. What do you think?
Absolutely. Absolutely, yes.
I'm gonna say no. Like, what,
Damn.
like, because what defines a friend? Like, what's a friend? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
A
that can get a
friend, like
little
a
gray.
real friend.
It can
A
get a little
real
gray. It could go a little gray. That's that's
It just
this
depends.
that's my
It
thoughts
just
on it.
depends.
It
It just
depends. It
depends. It just
depends. It
depends.
depends. But that's okay.
Yep.
Let's get into it. Welcome everyone. I just also want to say welcome to our new subscribers. We're so excited. Every
Oh,
time
hi
one new
guys. Nice to see you here. Yes, let's
I'm
get into
V.
it. Oh, I'm Kish.
And this week we are talking about, is it possible for men and women to really be just friends? Now, before we get into this episode, let us know what you guys think. Can they really be just friends? Like, do you have a male friend or a female friend? And let us know your experience. Do you think it's possible? Is it something that is doable? I mean, I know people do it every day, but is it something that is done
People do it every
correctly? Correctly. So with that being said, Kish, can men and women really be just friends?
I'm gonna say absolutely yes on this.
Okay, let's
I'm
hear
gonna
it.
say
Let's explain.
I'm I'm gonna say yes. Also, I'm gonna say it depends on the person. It depends on how you view things, right? Because it could get a little tricky. Friends could be there's a whole lot of extra words added behind or before the word friend, but like straight friends, like your girlfriends, they're not girls. I just feel like when you have a guy friend, they just can give you a different perspective on things. So I feel like it's cool to have guy friends.
Okay, so I mean, speaking more to that, like what's your experience with um like have you experienced that in your marriage per se? Like are you like can you elaborate on this?
I mean, absolutely.
Let's hear it.
I have a guy best friend. We've been friends for like 30 plus, okay, not 30, 20 plus years. And I've had a few hiccups when it came to him. Not on my end, not because I did anything wrong, but
Okay.
because of the the husband at the time, my ex-husband.
The ex-husband,
Sometimes he was
okay.
okay with it and other times he wasn't. And I just feel like those other times that he wasn't okay was a reflection on what the hell he wasn't doing in the relationship. It had
Mhm,
nothing to do with my friendship per se because nothing changed for him to feel that way.
mhm.
So, um, like I said, it could get a little messy if you are not strictly just friends and you don't have an open line of communication with your spouse or boyfriend or whatever. That's my opinion
Okay,
because I
okay.
love my best friend. Okay, he's my genuine best friend. There's no sexual activity involved. We are just really genuinely best friends. If something goes wrong with my relationship or if I need a male advice or to be able to see things from a guy's perspective, I can call him and he can give me that perspective. And I don't know everything, even though sometimes I feel like I do. I'm not a man. So sometimes just hearing it from a guy who actually is invested in, you know, just you is going to give you the real, tell you when you're wrong, tell you a different way of going about it. And I don't know, I just find that easier to take when it comes to having the hard conversations sometimes from a man's perspective.
Mm.
Like, I feel like that, that makes you stronger. I mean, baby.
Okay, I mean, would you feel
What about
differently, like, if you were single? Like, if you were single, do you feel like it's a better, less messy than it would be if you are married to
you
have a
mean if I had a boyfriend and I wasn't married?
yeah, or no, just in general. Like, can men and women genuinely be just friends?
I feel like they genuinely can. I feel like they
I
I
mean, I'm,
don't
I'm
understand
asking because
why I don't understand why a man and a woman could not be friends. Could you elaborate on why you feel like it would be like an issue or hard to even fathom being best
I
friends with a guy?
can. I absolutely can. So I too used to
I want to
have
hear it.
what was that?
I said I want to hear it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm about to tell you. So I too used to have a male best friend. Like we knew each other since I was 14, I think he was 16. So we kind of like came up like just being best friends. So we were friends for years. I want to say we were friends for probably about maybe 20 years. Like we was even like I remember when I was with my ex, I don't know if you remember this, but when I had graduated from school the first time and I had that graduation dinner, and do you remember that?
I remember the dinner, but I don't
W-
remember the best
Well,
friend.
he was there. He was there with his girlfriend. So and I was with um um
I'm
the
Miss
first one I was
Crazy.
with
Yeah,
the first fiance the very first time I was engaged.
I know the one.
That's who I
Mhm.
was with. So it he didn't love it, but I was at that time in my life, I was like, that's my best friend. And if you want me with me, you just gotta accept him. That's my friend. And he's been in my life and I'm not getting rid of my friend for nobody. That was me. That's how I was. So he didn't really have a choice. He just kind of had to get on board because I was more dominant back then. If you
Mhm.
recall, I was more
I mean, so was
masculine.
I.
I was very much masculine and I called all the shots. And that's not where I want to be in life ever again. But back then, that's where I was. That's who I was. So all the while, yes, he was my best friend. However, I don't think it was appropriate for the simple fact that over the years, we definitely was fucking. Like over the years, like it was never a relationship, but he was just, whenever we got together, sometimes we did, sometimes we didn't. It was just what we did. So for me to bring him around my fiance was kind of messed up. That's not, I just don't feel like, I feel like when you're in a relationship, it is not okay to have somebody that you used to have sex with around his
Okay,
face.
that's a good
That
point. You
that
said have sex with, right? We're talking about friendship, and friendship between a man and a woman doesn't always equate to sex.
Okay, it
There
may
there
not
are
always
situations.
equate to sex, and I say this because that's why I keep saying, can they really be just friends? Because again, said best friend later on down the line professed his love to me. Told me he's loved me for years. And we even made a little bet, a little deal like, hey, if neither of us are married in 10 years, let's get married together. Like that was our like little bond. It just so happened I got married. So I wasn't thinking about him. But it was just like a little backup plan for each of us because we both knew that that's what we wanted in life. But if it happened, if it didn't happen, we had each other. But I don't want to spend too much time on that because we got okay, let me give you a scenario. Okay.
Okay.
Your husband has a female best friend that he's known for 20 years. Are you okay with
Mhm. Yes. I'm
You're
okay
okay
with
with
it.
that? Why?
You know,
Why are
double
you okay
standards
with
for me to say, no, you can't have a best friend that's a female that was there before me.
Mm,
And I have the exact same because I always made it clear, okay, that this best friend was a part of my life. And he was there before the husbands, both of the husbands.
mhm.
And I was not going to give him up just because it made the husband uncomfortable, especially when there's nothing going on. And every time we do something, you're right with me. Now, I would say that would be uncomfortable if I was doing things like sneaky things, like, oh, me and my best friend are going to dinner. I'll see you later. Never anything like that.
Okay,
Because
you're jumping
we're,
the gun because that was gonna be a question of mine. Now let me ask you, um, say your husband had said best friend and they went to lunch once a month. Would you want to be invited to this lunch? Like it's just them. They want to go to lunch together once a month, just them.
I wouldn't care. I
Hmm.
personally would
Okay.
not care. Doesn't bother me. One, I trust my man. I know my man, and the type of relationship that we have, we talk about everything, and
Mm-hmm.
we give. And I'm Aquarius. I like to just blurt out situations and scenarios like on a regular basis, just to see what he's going to say. But I never give my husband a reason to feel like he needs to sneak around to do anything. So I wouldn't have a problem if he wanted to go out. Not saying that he would, because he brings me everywhere, even if I don't want to go. But at the same time, I don't think I would feel any type of way if he did do that.
Okay.
So, I mean, what about you? How would you? Well, girl, please.
Let me
You
answer.
touching the hair?
Let me answer. I mean, I'm just saying how I feel if my husband had a female best friend and he's like, oh,
20 plus years.
20 plus years. First of all, we wouldn't have gotten this far. We wouldn't have been married because it's a no. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not that girl. Like,
Understood.
here's the thing. Because I know the dynamic of a male and female best friend or whatever. I understand that. I don't care what anybody says. Somebody got feelings. He or she, I'm not saying both, it might not be mutual, but one of them has secret lingering feelings for that person. And it has nothing to do with me not trusting my man. It has to do with the fact that I know that she probably got feelings for my man, or vice versa. And hello, like I just said, my best friend has secret feelings for me. I want to say every male friend that I've ever had has told me that they either they're in love with me, or they've always had a crush on me. I've never had a male best friend that kept it like platonic, strictly platonic the entire time. There's always been that weird gray area where now you done messed up the friendship. I felt awkward around you and I want you around me. So what makes you think that this chick don't have secret feelings for your man? And they just go on a lunch once a month and you're not invited.
I wouldn't go as far as to say I'm not invited.
But that's what I said. I said you're not invited. It's just
If
them.
if I'm not invited, then it's not a friendship that they have.
But it is though. It's
No,
their
it is
friendship.
it's their friendship. But if the inviting me is off the table, it's to where it's not even a part of a conversation.
Well,
That is, to me, is not a
I
friendship.
feel like he would be like, well, you know, babe, it's just me and Gigi. You know, me and Gigi go way back. We always gonna like, we've been doing this for years.
get
This
that.
ain't nothing.
I've seen that show. I have. I've seen many of those shows, actually, and I can understand why. And you make perfect sense, and you hit all the points. But I don't know. Like I feel like it really just depends on the person. I mean,
Okay, well, let's keep going with the scenarios. She calls him at 11:30 p.m. because she's upset. Is that crossing the line?
is it on the weekend? Is it on a weekday? I mean, because 11:30. What if we out or something? We still awake. Are you 11:30? We in the bed. It's late at night. I don't know, girl. I don't.
I mean, really think about the scenario. Y'all are laid in bed watching a movie and the phone rings and it's her.
You set the scene. You set the
I'm
scene.
setting the
We're
scene
laying in bed. It's me and him time, and she calls.
at
That's a
11:30.
no. That's an absolute no. I feel like if it is a true friendship, then you have boundaries, or you should.
I
And
agree.
especially if the male best friend has a wife and I'm married. So the boundaries go both ways. Like, I'm not blowing up his phone at 11:30 at night for respect for his wife, and he would do the same thing for me and my husband. So the respect and the boundaries are there. But if they weren't, then you're looking for something else that I'm not willing to give. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but in my opinion, if that happened to me, then we ain't the friends that I thought we were, because, like, come on, you know how I'll play by my husband now. Right?
Period.
So,
Period.
so
I'm
yeah,
saying,
what about
like, I guess you just answered it because I was going to ask you, what if the roles were reversed? Would you pick up the phone?
I'm always right there.
See?
Like,
See, that's
I'm always right there. Would I pick up the phone? Would I have the ability to pick up the phone, or would I force myself to pick up the phone because there's no trust there? I would allow him to answer the phone. I'm right there. Now, if he answered the phone and he was like, "I'll be right back, babe," where you going with that phone? That's not your friend. That changes everything, because then that's like a boundary crossed. If that's just your friend and you laying in bed and you can talk to her right next to me, we talking to her together. We right here.
exactly.
So
Exactly.
But yeah, like I
Okay,
don't
ask me because I'm ready
I
to
want
answer.
to ask me. Yes. Girl. Okay, so why don't you run it down how you would handle that situation? His best friend calls him, the female best friend. She calls him. It's 11:45, 12 o'clock at night, and he answers the phone.
And we're laying in bed.
You're laying in bed together. It's you and him time.
This is hard because I can't even imagine. Like I'm like, I mean, hello. We're talking about my husband here. He's very, if I want to say, like, just as a disclaimer, this was kind of like a unspoken rule for us. We both was like, hell nah. You know what I mean? It was like it was a mutual like, excuse me? Absolutely not. We was both on the same page. So this has never been an issue for us because my husband's like, I'm not a friend you need. Like fuck you need a male friend for? And I am 1,000% in agreement. But if that situation were to happen, hypothetically, he had a female best friend of 20 plus years. She called in the middle of 11:30 at night because she's upset. I'm gonna answer the phone. I'm answering it. Hello? Hey
Okay.
girl. What's up?
Ain't nothing wrong with that either. I don't feel like there's a wrong or right or wrong answer
Mhm.
here, but just just like a disclaimer, I've been married twice. The first time I was a baby, got married and all the things. So it was a little different
Mhm.
as far as communication and everything goes, but the second time around, like this is a whole new world for me in the marriage category. So the trust level that I have with this man, he is my best friend above anyone else, first and foremost. Let me say that. So
Yeah,
nobody comes before him.
period.
But we are like this. There's
Mhm.
nothing we can't talk about
Same.
to each other. It doesn't matter
Mm.
how we feel if the other one's going to feel about it. We still talk about it because at the end of the day, we got each other's backs. So,
Exactly. Okay, so let me ask another question. Let's see. He tells her things before he tells you. Is that
okay, that's
emotional cheating?
absolutely, absolutely. Come on. Like who are you talking to?
I mean, I'm saying you
There is
all started the besties and whatnot.
mm-mm.
I'm just curious. I'm just curious. All right, that's a
Absolutely
no
not.
brainer. I think that's a given.
Yeah.
Like that's emotional cheating. I
Yes.
don't care. What are you telling her anything about what we got going on or anything that you got going on before you're telling me I'm your wife?
Okay. So playing devil's advocate, this is your best friend. And what if the conversation was something about what you needed to talk to with the spouse? You were trying to get an idea on how to approach things with your wife on a certain topic, and your female best friend is the one giving you the advice
Nah,
to
you got
no.
sisters. You talk to one of your sisters. You got a lot of them. Pick
Not
one.
everybody got sisters,
Well,
girl.
pick a
Not everybody got
auntie. Pick a
sisters.
auntie. Pick a cousin. All right. Moving on. Because now I'm getting mad. Hypothetically mad.
Not getting
All right. So, can you have, well, obviously, we're going to skip that question. Um, let's see. Well, I was going to say, I guess, can you have a male friend and would your husband agree? So obviously you would. And I think I just answered that question because my husband is a hell no. He's like, no, like, no. I just,
I get that.
you know what I mean? Jason, my husband, I done slipped up. But he's not, my husband is very secure. He, don't ever think about or worry about me being out here in these streets because I know
True.
and vice versa. Like, I'm not thinking about that. Like, I know my man and I trust my man 1,000%. There's no fear, there's no worry, and there's no best friend. Period. Ain't no best
I
friend.
will
Okay.
say all the things, yes. Everything that you say, yes, check, check, check,
Check,
except
check,
for the
check.
best friend. Because I'm keeping my best friend. He ain't going
I'm keeping the
nowhere.
best friend.
You heard? For life.
I mean, I hear you, and we're gonna have to agree to disagree
To
on that
disagree.
because
Absolutely.
absolutely not. Okay, so let's play red flag, green flag. Okay, and then
Let's do
so you have
it.
to like ask me in reverse since you can't see the things. Okay, so they're friends on social media, and he likes every picture that she posts. Red flag, green flag. You can't think. Let's go.
Green flag, red flag, no,
Okay.
green flag. Because me personally, I really don't care. That's my response. I really don't care. What about you?
Red flag. Red flag. Flag.
See, it tripped you up too.
It did. It did. Okay. Texting every day. Red flag.
That's just overkill. Like, no, that's a red flag. Like, you don't need to be texting every day. That's crazy.
I agree.
What about you? Texting
Red
every
flag.
day? We
Red
already
flag.
know.
Red flag.
Mhm.
Going on vacation together. Let's just say it together. That's a red flag.
Absolutely red flag.
Red flag.
bitch.
Just red flags
That's just
everywhere. Red flag.
disrespectful to even say out loud.
Red flag everywhere.
Red flag.
All right, let's see. They're hanging out one-on-one. This is the same situation, same scenario. They're at lunch or they're doing things one-on-one without you. Red flag, green flag.
It's going to be a red flag. Red flag with yeah. I'm just going to go ahead and give it the red flag.
I agree. Red flag. Okay, so calling each other bestie. Red flag, green
First of all, who says that? Okay, who says that?
surprised.
Great. Okay.
These dudes that be on social media and stuff, they have besties, like female bestie. That's bestie.
Well, I feel like it's a generational thing because in my
think it is.
generation,
I think it
it's
is.
we don't do the bestie thing.
Okay,
Okay, so
so-
I will say red flag
Red
just
flag.
for the word bestie.
You got a lot of red flags for somebody who don't care.
I don't care. I
so
really don't.
Let's
What about
debate,
you?
Let's debate the one that we did disagree with, the whole liking every single picture, because why is that why I mean, I understand that you say you don't care, but at the same time, like, don't you think that's a bit excessive? Like liking every picture, bikinis, just tight dresses and mirror sitting on the sink selfies and red flag? Green flag? You said green flag. You said you don't care.
I don't because it's not because of now and everything is like everything is personal to social media. I'm not a social media person like that.
Mhm.
So and plus, you know, a Gen Z and I'm really still trying to get up with everything that's going on social media. I don't know. I don't think that it's a problem. If I'm just liking a picture, I'm just liking a picture. Now, if I'm liking a picture and I'm commenting and all the things, and that's different because now you're saying these words after liking it and it changes the dynamic. But just because you got a bathing suit on and you're liking a picture, but you liked all the other pictures, well, I'm gonna get mad at that because some of them are half naked and some of them are fully clothed.
Yeah.
I really don't care because I don't, and I mean it. What about
I mean,
you? Is it red flag, green flag?
It's a red flag. You already know. I don't play that shit. Like, first of all, like, my husband is not on social media. Thank God. Like, he's on there for business purposes. And I love that for us because my man is, he don't know how to do nothing online. I handle all the social.
We're like twinsies.
Y'all are the twins.
Literally.
It's giving boomer. It's giving boomer on both ends. And I'm
You
exhausted.
don't gotta go the boomer. You don't gotta go as far back as the boomer, but I guess.
I'm exhausted. Like, he's just not that type of guy. I've dated men, like, for instance, I had an ex and he had she wasn't like his best friend, but she was a friend. I will never forget. I pulled up to his place one day. She was there. And she was talking about some event that she was trying to put on because he was a engineer and everything was the studio and whatnot. So there was a piece of paper that she wanted him to look at, and I think he wasn't expecting me to pull up, so he was a little flustered. Why are you flustered if this is just your friend, right? So say this is his lap, right? So she was just like, look at the paper. And he was just like, I've seen it. And she was like, no, look at it. And then like fell on his lap and she's all twisting it around on his lap. Like, first of all, man, wash your hands. Wash your hands. Because you doing too much. I was like, it was an absolute no. Like, and then she was sending him pictures when she was in Jamaica of the bathing suits that she chose for the trip. Is that
Okay,
appropriate?
so they clearly weren't friends.
But
I feel
that's
like
what I'm saying.
it's not. They weren't besties.
But it doesn't even have
She
to be
was
besties.
trying.
friends. Like everybody said, "Oh, that's just my friend." But like I said, I had a friend too, and we was definitely having sex. I had plenty of friends that
Okay, so that is a good point. Yes, and all of your points are valid, but that doesn't mean come one, come all, and everybody is not the same. So everybody, like I said, it goes back to everybody being their own person, and then everybody is different in how they handle relationships, be it a husband and wife or a best friend. That's a guy. It goes back to what works for you and what works for your significant other.
I agree with that. I think it definitely goes back to what works for you, what works for you. Because I mean, some people are okay with that. Some people have like I feel like if you can both be friends, like if that person has a person and you know what I mean, we're all friends, that's different. That's different. I don't mind that. But there is no one-on-ones. Like you don't have my husband's phone number. And your husband don't have mine. You want to talk to me, you talk to my husband, sir. And if you want to talk to him, you talk to me, ma'am. But that's how
I
that's
get
gonna
that.
go.
That makes sense.
I'm not okay with
My,
any other scenario. So
my bestie has my number and my husband's number.
okay,
He is my best friend. Love him down.
okay.
And he knows my husband, and we're all friends, but he's my best friend. I have the years with him, but he also respects my husband, and they have a friendship as well. So, to each his own, but to each his own how you handle it. But it does exist, and there are guys out there that I feel you can have a friendship
Gay.
with. Now, you can't control people's thoughts.
But
Like if they
but
think you're
they shouldn't be
sexy, they
thinking
think you're
that. They
sexy.
shouldn't be thinking that about you, and that's the problem. Like you can't control people's thoughts. Do you remember my Puerto Rican friend that did everything for me when I lived in Harrisburg? You was like, he's so cute. Oh,
Yes.
he's so cute. You remember? It started with a J.
Yes, I do.
He was my friend. I looked at him as a
Oh,
friend. That was my
you looked
friend.
at him as a friend, but on his face every single time you could tell. That don't count. You could
I
tell he
couldn't.
wanted you.
To be honest, I didn't know. Like I couldn't tell. I thought we was just friends. I thought that he was somebody that I could depend on. At the time, I'm single.
And he was being that for
He was
you because he
everything.
wanted more from you.
But typically, don't they all? Why are you lingering around this person's life if you don't want more? I just feel like in the background, there is that little small sliver of hope that if this person ever comes available or if they, need a shoulder to cry on, I'll be there type thing. I'm just like, I feel like that is the dynamic of the male and female friendship. There's always somebody who has feelings on the low, and there's always somebody who is oblivious to the situation and just think that y'all were just friends. And then later on, they come out the cut talking about I've always been in love with you. I've had the biggest crush on you forever. Blah blah blah. And now friendship is ruined. So is that really a friendship?
More times than not, you are correct, but
I'm
not
talking.
all
We
the
can't
time.
talk about your situation because the
I
situation
know.
I'm talking about is more common than a situation like yours.
Very true. I'll give you that.
So
Absolutely. Yeah.
we have to go there. So with that being said, I mean, has anything changed your mind? Like, has your view been a little deterred a little bit on anything that we talked about today?
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say everything is still the same. What about you? Because I know your feelings are strong, but have I made a couple of points that were like, okay, well, if this or that, what?
No.
Absolutely not. Okay.
Yeah. So we're just gonna have to agree to disagree. And that's just really what it is. So viewers, we're asking you, can men and women really be just friends? Strictly friends. And I mean, unless they're gay. I mean, obviously gay men and women can be friends. That's obvious. I'm talking about a straight man and a straight woman. Can they really be just friends with no one having feelings for the other? Tell us in the comments because this is a debate now. Who are you?
Not having sex,
Not having
you had
sex.
sex and then decided to be friends.
Exactly.
Just friends.
So that's our show for today. I just want to thank everybody so much. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Thank you guys.